Ryan Macbeth Classic Sounds.
Ever wanted to know more about the legendary band Boney M? Then stay tuned. Hey, welcome to Ryan Macbeth Classic Sounds, where I discuss the facts about iconic artists, genres, or decades. I'm Ryan Macbeth, and I will discuss the fun and interesting facts, plus give you some song recommendations. Let's jump straight in. This is Interesting Facts. Bobby Farrell, the group's legendary dancer and frontman, didn't actually sing the deep male vocals on their studio records. The deep bass vocals were entirely recorded by the band's German producer and creator Frank Farian. Because Frank Farian was the actual mastermind and studio vocalist for Boney M, while the group mimed on stage, he later used this exact same production formula in the late 1980s to create the infamous pop duo Milli Vanilli. Boney M holds a massive record in UK music history. They are the only artist to appear twice in the top 10 best-selling singles of all time in the UK, with Rivers of Babylon at number 7 and Mary's Boy Child, Oh My Lord at number 11. The band's unique name was inspired by an Australian television detective series called Boney. Producer Frank Varian caught the end credits of the show one evening and loved the main character's nickname and added the M simply because he thought it sounded punchier. In 1978, Boney M became one of the first Western music acts invited to perform in the Soviet Union, playing an incredible historic tour in Moscow. However, the Soviet government explicitly banned them from performing their massive hit Rasputin due to its political and historical lyrics. Now it is time for some fun facts. The iconic rhythmic clicking sound heard at the very beginning of their breakthrough hit Daddy Cool wasn't made by an instrument. Producer Frank Farian created it in the studio by clicking his teeth into a microphone and dragging a ballpoint pen across the teeth of a zipper. Boney M broke the traditional pop group mold of the 1970s, while global rivals like ABBA featured two men and two women, and other bands were all single gender. Boney M intentionally set a radical lineup of three women and just one man. And that lone man wasn't even the lead singer. Royal frontwoman Liz Mitchell and Marcia Barrett sang the actual female vocals on the album. Band member Maisie Williams was excluded from the studio recordings entirely. Varian deemed her voice unsuitable for tape, meaning she strictly performed dynamically as a dancer and visual anchor on stage. When the group started fracturing in the late 1980s, Bobby Farrell's wife secretly registered and copyrighted the name Boney M in several countries outside of Germany because producer Frank Farian hadn't secured global trademark rights. Farrell was legally allowed to tour the world as Boney M for decades, much to Farian's frustration. This is my segment 3, my 4 songs. So I've got Ma Baker and Daddy Cool. In second place, I've got Rasputin, and here is 2 facts. In 2021, Rasputin exploded back into the global charts and went viral on TikTok decades after it released. It sparked a massive viral dance challenge that introduced Boney M's music to a brand new generation of Gen Z fans, earning hundreds of millions of streams. The incredible catchy driving melody used for the verses of Rasputin wasn't completely original. Producer Frank Farian based the main musical hook on a traditional Turkish folk song called Üsküdar'a Giderken, also known as Katibim, which he transformed into a 1970s disco album. Drumroll please. In first place, I have chosen the song Sunny. While Boney M turned Sunny into an upbeat, high-energy Euro disco anthem, the original song was written by American soul artist Bobby Hebb as a coping mechanism for pure devastation. The infectious driving string and horn arrangement from Boney M's 1976 disco version is heavily sampled across modern music. Its most famous reinvention is the backbone of super producer Mark Ronson's 2003 breakout hip-hop hit, Ooh Wee, which lifted Boney M's opening string hook and converted it into a 21st century club classic. Timeless tune. Now it is time for my timeless tune, a standout track that fits perfectly in today's topic. The song I have chosen is Rivers of Babylon by Boney M. I chose this song because it has fantastic lyrics, a great beat, and is so hard to not sing and dance to this song. I would definitely recommend this song to add to your playlist. Submit your song, artist, or genre requests using the link in the bio. That's it for today's episode of Ryan Macbeth Classic Sounds. Thanks for hanging out and discovering some cool facts and tunes with me. If you enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe so you never miss a classic moment. Got a favourite artist or song you want me to cover? Drop me a message, I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep the music playing.
Ryan Macbeth Classic Sounds.